Hello everybody, I am Mr. Earnshaw. I am the principal here at Glen Elementary School, and I just want to take a moment to thank all of the students who participated in Mrs. DiGraspino's class. I want to take a moment to thank all of the parents, because without your help, we would not have been able to pull this program off. I want to thank our IT department, Mr. Lisak, Mr. Novak, Mr. Zalud, for all of your help with the technology and the recording and the uploading and just getting everything together to make this happen. And I want to thank Mrs. DiGraspino. Without Mrs. DiGraspino, this would not be happening. She knew the importance of continuing the programs she does every single year and still bringing them to our students, offering those opportunities for the students to pledge about nonviolence, for them to learn about I Have a Dream and share excerpts that touched them and made an impact in their lives, for us to see Rosa Parks Readers Theater and hear the story of what happened that day when Rosa Parks, changed history. They are going to share an anti-bullying story by Catherine Atoshi. And they will share one of my favorite things, is the beautiful songs of peace that Mrs. DiGraspino has helped to kind of guide them in. And like I said, parents, students, thank you so much for participating. Thank you so much for helping out. Thank you for taking the time to watch this program. Mrs. DiGraspino, I don't tell you enough. You impress me every single day with just your positive attitude and your determination to get over any hurdle that comes in our way and do what is best and bring these opportunities for our students. So thank you so much. I want to thank our school board, our district administrators, our superintendent, because without their support, we would not be here right now. So enough with me. I hope everyone enjoys the program. I want to wish everyone a very, very happy and memorable making summer. Hopefully you're able to get out and do some things that you get back to normal, because we have not really been in normal for I think it's almost 2 years, guys. So thank you. Let's get on to the show.
Kids Pledge of Nonviolence. Making peace must start with me. I commit myself as best as I can to be a nonviolent and peaceable person.
To respect myself and others. To respect myself and other people, and to keep from saying or doing mean things to others.
To communicate better. To share my feelings honestly. To look for safe ways to express my anger. And to work at solving problems peacefully.
To listen carefully to others, especially who disagree with me, and to care about others' feelings and not always demand to have my own way.
To forgive. To say sorry and mean it when I have hurt another person. To forgive when they have hurt me, and to keep from holding grudges. Thank you.
To respect nature, to treat the environment and all living things, including my pets, with respect and care.
Creatively, to play in fun ways and not mean ways, and to keep from using toys, watching TV programs, and playing games that make violence look exciting or funny.
Courageous to challenge violence in all its form whenever I see it, whether at home, at school, or in the community, and to stand with others who are being treated unfairly.
Started with me. I commit myself as best as I can to being a nonviolent and peaceable person.
Rosa Parks was born on February 4th, 1913. She is a great hero for many reasons. One reason is that she fought for civil rights. Civil rights are rights that all people should have. We remember Rosa's famous bus ride on December 1st, 1955, when Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat. An interesting fact is that Rosa was not the first African American woman to refuse to give up her seat for a white passenger. It was just 9 months earlier that a 15-year-old girl named Cadet Colvin became the first person who was arrested for not giving up her seat to a white person.
Another interesting fact is that 12 years before Rosa's most famous arrest, she had refused to obey the very same bus driver. She decided to leave the bus rather than follow his commands, to pay off her fare and get off the bus and enter from the back. One of Rosa's most famous quotes is when she said, "The only tired I was tired of giving in." We hope you enjoy our reader student, Rosa Parks, an American Hero, by Christine Duran. Rosa Parks is a hero in our country. Rosa was not afraid to stand up for what was right. The year was 1955. Rosa lived in Alabama. This day started out like any other day. There were many problems between whites and African Americans. The law said only whites could sit in the front of the bus. African Americans had to sit in the back.
I got off work. I was so tired. I wanted to sit and rest.
Rosa sat down in the middle of the bus. The law said that African Americans had to move if a white person wanted to sit in a seat. The bus picked up a few white passengers. Soon all the seats were taken. A white person who wanted a seat asked Rosa to move.
Rosa had been asked to give up her seat before. That day, Rosa decided she was not going to move. She thought people should be allowed to sit anywhere on the bus, no matter the color of their skin. The bus driver called the police. The police took Rosa Parks to jail.
I was not afraid to go to jail. I was angry. I knew it was time for the laws to change.
People had heard about what Rosa had done. African Americans decided not to ride the buses. They wanted to make other people see that the bus laws were wrong. Soon everyone in the nation was talking about this news. People began to think about the laws that treated African Americans unfairly.
Many people stopped riding the buses. It was a protest. The bus company lost money because it had a few passengers. Some people were angry with the protesters. Others decided that the protesters were right. The bus laws were wrong. The protest went on for many months. Finally, it ended. The law was changed. African Americans could ride in the front of the bus. Everyone now had the same rights.
Rosa rode the bus the very next day after the laws were changed. She rode with a special friend.
Dr. Martin Luther King rode the bus with me. This is a great day.
Many people worked for a change, but Rosa Parks was their leader. Rosa Parks had courage.
She changed the bus laws. She also changed the world. Rosa continued to fight for people's rights. She worked hard to make things better for other people. Today, people still know the name of Rosa Parks. She is one of the greatest heroes in our country. Laws were passed so that everyone was equal. This was important to Rosa.
I feel proud that I was a part of history. I think the new laws make our country better. We got rid of the old laws that were wrong. We must always fight for what we believe. When something is wrong, stand up and say something.
Toshi introduction. A bully is someone who tries to hurt the other person by the things they say or do to the other person. They do it over and over. In the story, One, written by Catherine Natoshi, we learn that it just takes one person to be brave enough to stand up to a bully, and then the other people will be brave too. We hope you enjoyed our story.
Catherine Otoshi. Blue was a quiet color. He enjoyed looking up at the sky, floating on waves, and days felt airy, splashing in mud puddles. Every once in a while, he wished he could be more sunny, like yellow.
or bright like green, more regal like purple, or outgoing like orange. But overall, he liked being blue, except when he was with Red. Red was a hothead. He liked to pick on blue.
Red is a great color. Red is hot, blue is not. Then blue would feel bad about being blue. Sometimes yellow comforted blue. Blue is a very nice color. But she never said that in front of Red. She never said, "Stop picking on blue." Green, purple, and orange thought blue was nice too. But they never told Red to stop either. Every time Red said something mean and no one spoke up, he got bigger and bigger and bigger. Bigger, 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 bigger.
Soon Red grew so big that everyone was afraid of him. No one dared stop him. Red picked on all the colors. Then everyone felt a little blue until one came. He had a different shape with ball strokes and squared corners.
He was funny. He made the colors laugh. Red saw this and got very hot. "Stop laughing," he told Yellow. "Stop laughing," he told Green. "Stop laughing," he told Purple and Orange. And they did. Red rolled up to one. "Stop laughing."
But one stood up straight like an arrow and said no. Red was mad, but one wouldn't budge, so Red rolled away. One turned to the colors and said,
"If someone is mean and picks on me, I, for one, stand up and say no."
Then Yellow felt brave and said, "Me too." Green agreed and said, "Me three." Then Purple became 4. And Orange became 5.
Saw the colors change, he wanted to count. Red grew red high, he felt left out. He grew hotter and hotter and hotter. Red raced over to Blue and said what he always did.
Red is hot, blue is not.
But this time, Blue stood up tall and became 6. Red can be really hot, but Blue can be super cool. Red blew a fuse and tried to roll over Blue. But everyone took a stand and said no.
Seeing them stand tall made Red feel very, very, very small. Then Red turned even redder and began to roll away until Blue called out, Can Red be hot and Blue be cool?" Red stopped on his tracks.
Red can count too.
Red rocked and rolled, turning to 7. Everyone counts. Then Red laughed and joined the fun. Sometimes it just takes one.
I am happy to join with you today.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was born on January 15, 1929 in Atlanta, Georgia. From a very early age, he learned what racism was when he was forbidden to play with his white friends. His mom reminded him that he was as good as anyone. Martin loved to read and was very smart. He enrolled college when he was just 15 years old. We remember Dr. Martin Luther King for many reasons. One of the most important reasons is that he showed us that the best way to make things better is to work together with others in peaceful and nonviolent ways. In 1963, he gave his famous I Have a Dream speech in Washington, D.C. There were more than 250,000 people who came to the March on Washington to see and hear this famous speech. Listen now to part of this speech.
I say to you today, my friends, so even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It's a dream rooted deeply in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood.
I have a dream that one day even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering in the heat of injustice, sweltering in the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my four little children will live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day down in Alabama with its vicious races, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, one day right there in Alabama, little black boys and little black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and little white girls. As sisters and brothers, I have a dream today.
I have a dream today. I have a dream that every valley shall be exalted, and every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together.
This is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. This is the day when all of God's children will be able to sing in a new meaning. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring.
And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. So let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom ring from the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania. Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that. Let freedom ring from the Stone Mountains of Georgia. Let freedom ring from the Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi. From every mountainside, let freedom ring.
And when this happens, when we allow freedom to ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every city, every state, we will be able to speed up the day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
With just one small voice, singing God a song. With just one small voice, singing sweet and strong. One by one we'll grow, and together sing along, and until all the world
we'll be singing. We're just one small voice singing out a song. We're just one small voice singing sweet and strong. One by one we'll grow and together sing along, and until all the world will be singing, and then soon all the world will be singing. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday.
We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand today. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we'll walk hand in hand someday.
Hello everybody, today I'm going to be singing Light a Candle. Light a candle for peace, light a candle for love, light a candle that shines all the way around the world. Light a candle for me, light a candle for you, that our wish for world peace will one day come true. Light a candle for peace, light a candle for love, light a candle that shines all the way around the world. Light a candle for me, light a candle for you, that our wish for world peace will one day come true. Sing peace around the world. 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 Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night,
And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry. I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Hi, boys and girls, and Songs of Peace families. This is Mrs. DiCrispino. I'd just like to take this opportunity, first of all, to say thank you. Thank you to Dr. Schilling and the Lansing Board of Education for their support of this program. Without them, we wouldn't be here tonight. I would also like to thank Mr. Earnshaw and Mrs. Zukowski for their encouragement and help along the way. Again, especially Mrs. Zukowski, a big shout out to you because you helped me with a lot of the technology questions that I had at the very beginning, just getting set up for the class. And speaking of technology, I really have to thank Mr. Lisak and Mr. Zalad because once again, without them and all the things they did to help me, we wouldn't have this program for you. And to our parents and family members, you are the best examples that your kids have. Thank you so much for every day showing them peace and kindness and encouraging them, helping them remember to get on to whenever we had the class. It was your help that got us to where we are today, especially and I'm sure with many of the kids helping them with their videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And to you boys and girls, it is you, not only you that we look to in this performance for all of your great examples of peace and kindness, but it's you that are our hope for a better world and the choices that you make each and every day. So boys and girls, when we first met in late February and early March, we quickly realized that we wouldn't be able to do everything in the ways we were used to. We had to find new ways to learn about peace and kindness, and we did. I'm so very proud of each and every one of you. And, working together, we learned about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., we learned about Rosa Parks, we learned about the importance of standing up for what is right. Dr. Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks both gave us the examples of courage and perseverance in the face of difficulties. Now, this last year has definitely shown us, that we need those qualities with the pandemic. And these qualities are qualities that will stay with us and help us throughout our entire life. The book One by Catherine Natoshi taught us to rise up with courage against bullies. Boys and girls, I really hope that you will find the courage, like the number one did, to stand up for others in need. When you do, it will be your one small voice that will give others the courage to join you. And when they do join you, our world will become a little more wonderful. And Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream will become a little more true. He once said, the time is always right to do what is right. So boys and girls, I end with this. I hope that you have courage. Please don't ever give up. Use your one small voices to make this world better, and always try your best to do what is right. Thank you.